suppose at the time I'd just been made redundant from my career as a recruitment consultant. And then I took this part-time job because I actually ended up on the social welfare. And I just needed to kind of get back working. So I took this part-time role as a receptionist for Spin 103.8 and 98 FM. And I had time on my hands because obviously I was only working part-time. And I just thought one day, you know what, I'm going to set up a blog. At the time, people were doing YouTube and lots of video, but I just didn't have the confidence to do video, nor would I have even known how to start a YouTube channel. So I started a blog and I just started to document my life there, and the rest is history.
I have to ask though, what did your boss say when the day eventually came where you were like, okay, like, I love this, I can make a living out of this, sayonara, day job, goodbye? What did they say?
Yeah, they were very supportive actually. They were like, you know what, Suzanne, you're after building this up over the last 2 to 3 years. It's very successful. People are talking about you out there. Like, even I remember at the time, Dennis O'Brien, who I worked for, was asking, what's this girl's website now I'm seeing popping up? What's that doing? How's she getting on? So at the time, it was starting to kind of really make waves, and they were all supportive. They were like, go for it. What have you got to lose? And they always said to me, look, you can always fall back on a job here. I had a great relationship with the CEO of 98 FM at the time, Chris Doyle. So he said the door is always open. So when you kind of have that offer, you know, you have to take the risk, and the risk paid off, as they say.
It sure did.
Absolutely.
Sure did.
Sorry about the hair. I'm fixing the hair.
Listen, I'll send you over some of the extreme gel that I use, Suzanne.
Just clip it up.
A hurricane wouldn't move this.
That's
what you need.
So much.
Look, I need to ask you, because you're the first one that I know who started doing blogging and became an influencer. But between your start and now, it has changed so much. But has it changed for the better or has it changed for the worse?
I think it's changed for the better, because I really feel that it's given people, creative people, I suppose, that space to kind of step into and explore their talents and, you know, bring a whole different type of entertainment to the younger generation as well. I know we talk a lot about TikTok, but like TikTok I find so entertaining. If you're having a bit of a crap day and you go on TikTok, it's so funny. And I just think like it's given people that creative flair to show off their talents. And also this typical 9 to 5, it doesn't exist anymore for like everybody. So I think it's kind of given people the platform to kind of showcase their talents. And a lot of these platforms are very, 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 I suppose, financially rewarding. So why not go after it and try and build something for yourself? But I think obviously they come with their pros and their cons, like every platform does. But I'm all for influencers. I'm all for people creating a space in terms of influencers and just creativity, really. I love it. I think it's very, very important that we empower the younger generation to try and use their creativity in a way where they can be financially rewarded. Why not?
Absolutely. Listen, we're not far off from the day when it's on the CAO form. Yeah, if it hasn't happened already. But it is a saturated industry now. So would you like to be starting again now?
Look, I think everything is saturated within reason, you know? I mean, when I started my makeup brand, Sosu Cosmetics, it was a saturated industry, as was Dripping Gold when I set up my own tanning company. If you're going to start something with that mentality, then you're probably not going to bring it all the way. You don't enter a space thinking, who am I going to upset? Or, you know, am I going to make it here? You enter a space because you have something to give and you have a talent to show off. And if you can, you know, make it a career for yourself at the end of it, that's just the icing on the cake for me.